Welcome to the Betting Zoo, the only place to bet with fucking animals. I am the Lusty Bison, and I am with...
the monoplegic raccoon.
We are here telling you that week 3 is in the books, and let me tell you, the Eagles fucking blow.
They are not a good football team, Lusty.
That was horrible to watch, man.
Ugh.
I didn't have many hopes going into the game, but it could not have looked worse.
No, the Cowboys made the Eagles look like a Division III college team. It was pathetic.
And
so many problems.
The defense was the problem, and the offense was the problem. So, where do you fucking start? You know?
You start at the coach. This guy is not good. I mean, I never liked this guy from Jump Street. I don't know why we got rid of Doug. I like the guy who won us a Super Bowl. This guy is, I mean, he might be good after he gets some experience in, but I don't want to be that team that gives him the experience. And it's just we have talent, they're just not being used properly.
Yeah, the hiring was very reactionary, and I don't know, man. Spirits are low in the Eagles, but luckily there's 31 other teams out there making us fucking money.
Oh, thank God. Eagles are making money all day.
Why don't we review, guys, if you notice me fiddling with this, it's because last week I could not breathe while we were doing it.
Yeah, that was terrible.
Review last week's bets, and Raccoon, you came back down to the fucking earth.
Oh, yeah, we sure did. Went 1-2, I believe. And wow, that was a very hard hit down.
What was your first bet?
Well, I think my first bet was going right up against you. I took the Giants, and you took the Falcons.
Yeah, as predicted. I'm going to give a quick shout out to a listener out there and commenter, Snookslayer. Snookslayer was one that piggybacked on my bet. Shout out to the Giants for being horrible, and Raccoon for you being an idiot.
An idiot, a total idiot.
Snookslayer riding those Falcons all the way to below average.
So average. Gotta love average. Yeah, I was dead wrong. You were 100% correct. Really no ifs, ands, or buts.
The Giants are just so bad.
Yeah, I think I was looking at how Danny Jones was the number 4 fantasy quarterback, and I thought he would put up points, and I thought, Matt Ryan just had a epic battle against Tom Brady. I didn't think they could repeat, but sounds like everyone sucks here.
All right. Next was one of my fucking stink bets. I had the Pats +3 at New Orleans, and they kind of got spanked. I mean, Mac Jones still looked all right, but it wasn't that close of a game. New Orleans is just a different pedigree of team against the Pats.
What is New Orleans? I mean,
to answer that, you have to know Jameis Winston. You know what I mean? What is Jameis Winston? Can he be a winner? He's been a winner at different parts in his life. In Florida, he was good. And he just never really clicked in the NFL, and sometimes he does. I don't know. I don't think I'm going to be betting on them in the playoffs, but it looks like they have a little bit of run in them during the regular season.
I mean, that team is a straight up anomaly, and it's a straight roulette wheel. I have no idea what to think with that team, but I thought your bet was right on. So,
how about you? What was your second bet?
My second bet, I took Seattle against Minnesota, and that again was a total loser. Just a pathetic choice. I don't know. I really don't have anything but apologies to give to the Raccoon audience here.
Well, my bet the farm last week was Tom Brady against the Rams, and Stafford is looking really good.
Dude, I might be talking about him later in the show.
Stafford, man, he looks so tight. I don't know. That offense cannot be stopped right now.
I mean, I'm gonna save all of my comments for later because it's gonna answer a question that I kind of like. But I agree 100% with where you're going on that. My last bet the farm was actually a win, and that was taking the Cowboys against the Eagles. It was, like we said, a absolute thrashing and embarrassment of a game, and I think introduced the public to who the Eagles really are, and that's a bad football team.
Yeah, well, luckily we're playing the Bucks and the Panthers and the Chiefs the next 3 weeks.
Yeah, it only gets easier, right, Lusty?
Here's my question. So Richard Sherman just signed with the Bucks. Why did it take so long for anyone to sign him?
I don't really have, like, is he that difficult to work with, or is
I don't know, man. I feel like I feel bad for the guy. He got a bad rap for like having a mental illness.
And, you know, like look at Brown on that team, same thing, right?
Yeah.
And he looks like he's a home run hitter now. So
I mean, Brown did some actual shady shit though.
Yeah, but he definitely had a mental illness too. So I think
but I mean, like, I don't want to recap what Brown did, but
fair.
But like, he did some actual illegal stuff while Richard Sherman was clearly reaching out for help and threatening to hurt himself.
Yeah,
which is a classic sign of needing somebody in their corner to help out. I don't know.
No, having Tom Brady in your corner is probably the best guy to have. So I think
I could definitely see them fighting though.
Yeah, that's just bolstering that team. Unbelievable.
Yeah. So I want to start out today. We see a little bit of a landscape across the league. Who do you think is going to win each division and why in the American Football Conference, the AFC? We can start with the East. I'll start with mine. I have the Buffalo Bills winning pretty easily in that conference. Miami kind of got shafted with Tua. They don't look too bad. The Pats are in their infancy of getting good again, and the Jets look just horrible. How about you? Any disagreement? Who do you see winning that?
I am right on board. I think the Bills are a top 3 team in the NFL.
Wow.
And there's nothing that's going to stop them from handedly winning this division.
Okay. The North is a little bit more crowded. You have the Bengals, Ravens, Browns, and Steelers. I don't think the Steelers are all that. Ben looks fucking old, almost to like the point where it's sad.
Geriatric.
Yeah, man. There were like clips of him just taking a snap and like just fucking falling. Like that's horrible. But who do you think takes it out of that division, AFC North?
I love the Browns in this spot. I think their two-punch running combo. Odell Beckham Jr. just came back and grabbed like 80 yards. I know Landry's out, but he'll be coming back eventually. And that's a solid defense. I think the air attack is only going to improve. And when you have 2 running backs like Chubb and Hunt to carry you into the playoffs, I don't see how this team – I think this team just keeps steamrolling. I don't believe that Baltimore has it. Obviously, we're on the same page with Pittsburgh. And the Bengals are in transition. I think they're mediocre to good-ish.
You can only beat who you play. I know that. But, like, the Browns lost to the Chiefs, and they beat the Texans and the Bears. The Texans and the Bears are dog water. They're horrible. But the Ravens did beat them Chiefs. I don't know. I think I give a slight edge to the Ravens just because, A, I think they know how to win, and B, they have had a tougher schedule. I know they got edged out by the Lions last week, but I would still give it to the Ravens.
Yeah, I think it's a toss-up in that side between those two teams. I can't wait to watch them both play. I think it's going to be very exciting.
Yeah. Also, we have the AFC South. I don't imagine us disagreeing here. Titans, Texans, Jags, and Colts. I think the Titans are pretty dominant in the AFC South. Thoughts?
100%. I don't see any other franchise coming out of this division.
Yeah. And how about the West? We have the Raiders, the Broncos, both undefeated, Chargers, and Chiefs.
I am a firm believer in the Raiders. I think the Raiders are for real. I think Chucky has that team moving. I love Derek Carr.
You know how I can tell you're fucking old is because you root for fucking John Gruden. John Gruden is washed up. He's a snake, and I hope that team fails. The only person I like on that team is Darren Waller. But I think fucking Carr is trash. Carr looks like he grew up in Northeast Philadelphia. I don't know. There's something about him.
What's wrong with Northeast Philadelphia?
I mean, I know it well. Best NFLer to ever come out of Northeast Philadelphia went to Archbishop Ryan. Any idea who it is? Leave it in the comments if you know who it is.
Ooh. Who do you got?
I got the Chargers. I think Justin Herbert is kind of putting it together right now. The Broncos look kind of nice. The Raiders, they look okay. Do they have 2 overtime victories? Like, fuck the Raiders. Kind of crazy. Yeah, the Broncos, I like Teddy and the Broncos, but I think out of them, I have to go with the best quarterback, which is Justin Herbert right now. I also would not be surprised if we were both just overlooking the Chiefs. They came back strong. That's kind of what I expect.
I think, I'm surprised you went Chargers and not Chiefs. They are very good, and I think they'll put it together. But yeah,
and they just signed fucking what's his name, Josh Gordon.
Yeah, that's right. He's going to come back to save some fantasy rosters.
Yeah, I mean he'll play good for 2 weeks and then get suspended for 2 years.
Exactly.
Who's your MVP right now?
I got to tell you, dude, it's Matt Stafford. Matt Stafford, I think, is a new Matt Stafford. He's a new player. Who wouldn't love a change of scenery from Detroit to LA? And it looks like that has done him some solid justice. He just beat Tom Brady. He's throwing up touchdowns all day. He's got a real offense. I love his potential. I think he's a winner.
Yeah, I mean, I like that he's getting a shot right now and not cursed to stay in that Detroit hole for the rest of his career. I've always liked Matt Stafford coming out of Georgia. He was so nice, and I'm glad he's finally getting a chance to strut his stuff. I personally, and it's just because I think that they have an easier schedule, not by much, but a bit of an easier schedule. Give it to my man, Pretty TB12. Got the edge in yards and touchdowns right now.
Sure.
I just think he could more easily shine than Matt Stafford.
Yeah, that guy has done nothing but shine, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I agree. I had another person that it was honestly I had 3 people on my list, right? I don't know if you had more than were you waffling? Did you have anybody else up there?
I mean, I did consider Stafford until I looked at their future schedule.
Yeah.
Tom Brady plays the Eagles. He should have a hell of a career day.
Well, Josh Allen plays the Jets twice. So I think that could be 16 touchdowns there. I mean,
yeah.
Insane.
I was looking at the future schedule. There's a fucking Jets versus Jaguars game at 9:30 in the morning in London.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is not the way to get the people excited, NFL.
It's awful. It's like it's like unbelievable how these schedule pickers can always pick the worst games for Thursday night football and in London. They can never win.
I mean, like, the idea is to grow the game in London, so you throw these trash teams out there and watch them fumble on 3-yard runs and shit. I don't know. It's going to be great. All right, let's move into forward bets. Week 4 bets coming at you, hot off the presses. We got guaranteed wins this week.
Oh, yeah.
If Raccoon loses his bets this week, he's going to shave his face and head live on air.
Oh, yeah. This will all be shaved. I might put a beret on. It'll get fancy. But these are winners. I have all winners. What about you, Lusty? You winning this week?
I have majority winners. I'm going to start right now. Cincinnati -2.5 versus Jacksonville. Jacksonville sucks right now. Trevor Lawrence isn't anything yet. All he is his past. He's living on his reputation. Robinson, their running back, is an undrafted number 1 starting running back, and he is not the Arian Foster story. He looks horrible. That whole team looks horrible. Joe Burrow going to pepper the field this week. T. Higgins may be back. Cincinnati -2.5 versus Jacksonville. Lock it down.
Can really argue with that logic. That might be the second worst team in the league, next to the Texans, who are getting 17 points versus the Bills. The Bills will cover 17 points. You can lock that in. This Texans team is worse than the Eagles and the Jets combined. They're in total disarray, and the Bills have found their footing. I see them putting up a 24 spot on top of what they're gifting already. There's going to be so many Bill points in this game.
Damn. Okay, I like that. My second bet, Seattle +3 against San Francisco. I know they took the Packers down to the wire. San Fran did not look good for most of that game. The bounded comeback was nice, but I feel like they were dominated that whole game. Carson's running hot. Russell Wilson still looks pretty good. I know he's having trouble with that line. I still think Seattle's going to be there to cover +3.
That ain't bad. Ain't bad. I've got the Cowboys laying 4.5 points against the Panthers. I still maintain that the Panthers are not a real football team either. They had some serious issues with C-Mac going down. And I think the Cowboys are just so much better than this team, or the line is giving them credit for. I take the points and ride the Cowboys home again for a victory.
I hate that you're always betting the Cowboys because you're a fucking pussy.
I hate it. I know. I hate it. They're good. And they're undervalued.
You made a claim last week that the Panthers were not going to have a winning record at the end of this season.
I did.
I hope that looks so stupid. I hope every week I'm going to check in on that and call you an idiot. Every single week that they win, I'm going to call you an idiot.
Fine. Well, then we can go up on that. Fair enough. Let's bet the farm. Let's bet the farm.
All right, my bet the farm bet. Tennessee -7 against the Jets.
Oof.
Jets are bad. Newsflash. Jets are fucking bad. Tennessee putting together a monstrous offensive season. Surprisingly, Tannehill only has 4 passing touchdowns this year, but it's going to change. Julio and A.J. Brown are both questionable, but the odds heavily in favor of one of them playing. One of them playing is going to cover 7 against the Jets. Both of them playing, going to cover a lot more. That's going to be my bet the farm bet, Tennessee -7.
Well, Raccoon has a dog that's just trying to discover who's under the mask. Very, very, very strange for him right now. Get over here. Bet the farm. I'm taking Arizona, the dog, against the Rams. They're getting 4.5 points. I think that coming off of this big victory, even though I love Matt Stafford, I think I think that Kyler Murray goes into a division game that he needs to win, needs to make a statement. The Rams just put up a fucking big number against Tom Brady. I wouldn't call it a letdown game, but I think that Arizona comes out and wins by 3 points. Bet the farm. Take a dog. Arizona.
Damn. I got to tell you, I don't co-sign with that.
Well, you know, we can't all be taking picks against the worst teams in the league. Someone's got to have some balls over here, Lusty.
In the same episode, you said Matt Stafford is going to win MVP, and you said he's going to lose this week.
17 games, dude. 17 games. Everything's possible.
Yo, love the shout out we got in the comments last week. Keep them coming. Hold us accountable. We'll do it. We'll do it. We're here to make you money, and when we don't, call us out.
Let's do it. Animals got to get back in the cages. It is the betting zoo. Thank you, Lusty.
Only place to bet with fucking animals.
Get it. Pass Network.